There was a flood the night I was born. I inherited breath from my mother. She lost her life saving mine. The water had come as a shock, I was told. Nobody was prepared for its lethal latch, its fatal fingerprints. But, they said, who are we to question the mightiness of the Maker? I believed them. Growing up with fisted lilies and ribbon smiles, having faith was simple. The commandments were already written. I would be light in the ever-darkening atmosphere. He would reward me, and my life would be eternal, coated in laughter and sunflowers and peace. It was the universal dream. Until I saw him, and them, and what I would become. They were bundled behind bars like rabid animals, pressing together for warmth and lack of space. And there my great Savior stood before them, silent and dismissive. He did not know them. He did not know me. How could one so blind claim to give sight? One so deaf profess to hear all? This man would not have power over my providence, I swore, turning towards the trees. I walked without once looking back. I wandered forth into the ink of night and the glare of sunrise, wiping the soil from my eyelids and the glass from my lips. I had no destination, but away. It was a dew-dripped morning when I found my matriarch. She lay beneath the earth, marked only by a lace grave and a cloud of thorns. As I whispered to her, secret swept by the wind, my history began to alter with doubt. This disaster had not been an accident. It was an excess of power. If earthquakes and swamps were how he forced fear into our irises, there was no reason for my life to go on. I would not let him steal my blood the way he did my mother's. No, freedom is worth much more than sin. My death was my responsibility. And so began the steps into shadow. I lay at the bottom of everything, blanketed in black sky and ice. There was only soundlessness now, and vacancy. But I'd rather this 1,000 times than slighting my mother's sacrifice. Though I am broken and bruised and frozen to these rocks, I have no regrets. This is how it had to be. Suddenly, stirring me from slumber, I felt a hand upon my palm, and with the greatest force I was lifted. Tearing through the air, I watched the clumsy world I once knew fall beneath my feet. My mother smiled once I swirled into stability. "Welcome home," she murmured, stepping back. Serenity soothed my throat. I watched her go, grace and appreciation cloaking my muscles. "Farewell," I called to an empty forest. Yet somehow this time, I was not alone. Her spirit was entangled with mine, and the heartbeats of those who had died with conviction were echoing through my bones. The eyes that flickered with fire, the wrists that pulsed with passion, the throats that tangled with truth. They were layered in mine, and we were one. Serendipity is not forgetting your life, nor is it disregarding your end. Mortality is a part of you, inescapably. So when you atone, sitting with lace upon your limbs, remember the destruction. Remember your final moments, because they gave you your only liberty. Love will watch you die.